We're taking you to a restaurant that is the cat's meow. We are going way up high on the 31st floor in downtown Bellevue to Ascend Prime Steak and Sushi. Now, not only can you see for miles and miles, but you can also find wood-fired steaks that'll melt in your mouth. And I got a first-hand look at what goes into making the perfect steak. Executive Chef Brandon Meal let me in on one secret. It's all about the wood. First of all, congratulations. You just celebrated 4 years way up here, 31 floors high, on top of the Lincoln Square South Tower. That's got to feel great.
That's pretty amazing, absolutely. It's been a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, and now here we are today, absolutely.
Well, my stomach's going to try not to growl, but I can't promise you that because I have to tell you, the smells in this huge, amazing restaurant are amazing. That grill that we passed on the way in is incredible. But I also wanted to ask you about the tree room. I mean, why do you have trees hanging from the ceiling?
It's to represent the woods that we utilize for our grill room. So we utilize 5 different kinds of woods. We use an apple wood, a peach wood, a pear wood, an alder wood, and an oak wood. For the steak specifically, we're utilizing a little bit heavier of the smoke, not quite on the sweetness, more of the apple, the oak, and the alder wood.
Why is it important to use different woods to cook different things?
So the beef needs a stronger flavor to kind of hold up to the strong flavor of the beef itself, and you want to use more of the subtle, sweeter woods for seafood, for fish.
The wood, the smoke from it, definitely flavors the food.
Absolutely.
All right, so you were mentioning the meat. What makes the cut here at Ascend? How do you choose your beef?
So we use a lot of different beef here. We have an amazing prime dry age program, as well as American Wagyu, as well as Japanese Wagyu. For the dry age program specifically, you know, we're looking for a specific number of days, but it's also the color and the texture of the meat as well as the smell. So when we open up that package of the beef, of the steak that's cut, I'm looking for a sweet nuttiness, you know, not so much on the really, really strong funk, but something that's going to be really enjoyable. And as you dry age longer, it tenderizes the beef as well.
So 2 questions. What is dry aging and what do we have here?
So first answer is dry aging is humidity and temperature controlled in a room for a specific number of days.
Okay.
Right here we have our prime dry aged ribeye, and this is going to be aged for 52 days, and that is after it's wet aged for 28 days before that. So it's a very long process. And then in the middle here we have Mishima Ultra, American Wagyu rib as well. And then over here on the right hand side we have Japanese Wagyu. This one is specific to the region Gunma. And when we are looking for A5 specifically, we're looking for, you know, the scale goes all the way up to 12. We're looking for 11s and 12s, so that really deep marbleization.
I mean, it's beautiful. You've got to take a look at this because it's incredible. I actually, looking at this, I don't think I've ever had a raw piece of meat make my mouth water, but that looks so good. Do you have any other tips on choosing beef if you were choosing something for a nice meal at home?
I think the biggest thing is always going to be the marbleization. You know, something that doesn't have very large fat chunks going throughout it, something that's got some thinner spider webbing of fat is going to be a little bit more tender. It's also going to have a little more flavor. All
right, we're going to take this to the grill in a second, but first, how do you season it?
It's very, very liberally on this salt for sure.
I'm here for that. I love salt.
Since we're on an open flame grill, you know, you do lose about 30% of the salt that you put on the outside. So we're going to go a little bit heavier, and then as you increase in the amount of fat, you want to throw on more salt to counterbalance that fat.
All right, let's see it.
So we're going to go and then rub.
Okay.
And then we want to make sure to get
all the ends. That is a beautiful, beautiful.
And then we'll do the same thing
ribeye.
Going down.
Okay, me to it?
Absolutely.
Okay, I did wash my hands, y'all. I just want you to know that. So you just get it on there, you rub it in nice and thick.
Perfect.
Is it too much? I feel like I want to slap it too. I feel like that you should do that. That's a thing for sure. Got the sides.
Perfect.
All right, and then wait, let me do the bottom. Wow, that just even feels like expensive meat.
Perfect. Go.
All right, let's go get this on the grill.
Perfect. this. I rubbed it with a black garlic butter, which we take the black garlic and we puree and then we whip into butter. It helps to kind of add to that umami-rich flavor already.
And now we let the steaks rest for a bit, and it is time to taste them. I am so excited. So this is the A5.
This is going to be the A5, the gunma.
Okay, I'll just take a little piece right here. Oh!
Just go right for it.
Oh my goodness, Chef barely had time to cut into those steaks. As you saw before, I was trying them, popping it in my mouth. The wood-fired steaks are as world-class there as the view. And of course, you know I wasn't gonna leave without dessert. So later in the show, Ascend's pastry chef and I whip up a few heavenly desserts, including the magic mushroom and a beehive that we lit on fire. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool, so you wanna stick around for that.